Hey everyone, my name is Lacey and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing paper squishies again. I just love these so much and I hope that you guys enjoy them too. So a few things. First thing is just ignore this white area. It's just too much light coming in from the window. The second is I apologize. I have been having a little bit of technical difficulties. I know it's hard to hear me in the beginning and the ending of my videos because I use this headset and then the rest of the video I use a different headset. It's a long story, but I'm trying to get it figured out. But right now, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm having what's called a peak season at work. And if you want to know about that, I'll just link the other video above. But it's been a hectic time for me and I will get it sorted eventually. I plan on switching to a different camera that has a better audio and also a tripod and all of these things, but it just takes time, unfortunately. And anyway, so I'm super excited to be making this video with you guys, and as always, if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, we're just going to get right into it. I have 3 new designs, and I'm super excited to show them with you, so let's get started. So I already knew that I wanted to make a Pop-Tart squishy, so I started by using this envelope to trace out a rectangle, and then I just curved the edges. I then made an inside line, which would be the icing. Later I would change this and make it more squiggly because I studied Pop-Tart photos to realize like what they look like, and I thought it looked better with the squiggly lines. I then drew out a bite mark and then I darkened it in once I liked the way it looked. I erased the other part of the corner and I drew in what would be the filling. I then started drawing the eyes. I often just make a lot of circles. I think that this helps me make a good size. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You can always erase around the eye or inside the eye to make a better shape. I then just colored in a little because sometimes it just looks a bit creepy. So that's just for my own preference. I then drew a small little mouth with a tongue, and then it was time to draw the sprinkles. So I drew a lot of sprinkles randomly, but later I would decide to add a lot of little specks after I kind of studied what a Pop-Tart looked like. It was easier for me to come up with a design, and I wanted to add the little specks because it looked more like a strawberry Pop-Tart, but I don't regret putting the big sprinkles on there too because I think it gave it a little bit more texture. Here's where I started erasing that first line so that way I could make it more squiggly. I think this just gave it a more authentic icing look. So here I am drawing it in, and it wasn't really a science. I really just made a squiggly line all the way around. After that was done, I inked it. I didn't show this part because it was really just the same thing, but in black ink. So then I decided to color it. I just made the crust a light tan color. It was the closest thing I had. I could have used color pencils. Really, you can use any form of media that you want. Markers, color pencils, crayons, paint, just whatever. But I find markers give it a more vibrant look and are smoother than crayons or color pencils. Maybe not more than paint, but also they are more convenient than paint. So I like to use markers, but like I said, you can use whatever you want. Also, I do find using an alcohol-based marker is better than using a water-based marker because water-based markers leave lines. Not that alcohol-based can't, but I feel like they look like they have less lines. So that's why I decided to use Sharpies. I didn't have the light tan color in Sharpie, so I mean, it's really up to you what you want to use. Like I said, you can really use anything, and I think that it'll be cute. You can just do your own thing. As you can see, I started coloring in the sprinkles, and I really just picked a few colors and started coloring them in randomly. I colored in the mouth and the eyes and the filling as well. Once that was finished, I used the same colors I used for the sprinkles and just put dots everywhere. So after that, I decided to start on my second design. If you have seen my other paper squishy videos, on one of those videos I had made a trick cereal and I wanted to make another one to kind of match it. So I decided to make Froot Loops cereal, and here I am sketching out the basic design. I kind of forgot to start at the very beginning. I just forgot to push the record button. But here I am sketching it out. The Toucan Sam was a little bit hard to draw. I'm not very good at drawing birds, but I was really proud of the way that it came out. And for people who are just wondering how to do that, I just suggest breaking it down into smaller shapes. It's hard to explain, but whenever I'm working on a hard design, I just think, okay, what shapes make up this picture? So, for example, the head could be an oval, and then the beak, you could start with a long curve. I apologize because that drawing is hard to see, but I will try to show again whenever it's inked. Also, something else that helped me is sometimes if I can't figure it out, just take a step away, go do something, have a coffee, come back, and then just look at it again and see if you can't make sense of it. I try not to worry about making too many lines or not erasing certain parts. It's okay if it's messy because you can always fix it, and then I always try to keep that mind frame that if something isn't perfect, I can always erase it and fix it. So I'm not really perfect at making block letters, but what I do is I just start with drawing out the regular letter, and then I just add an inside line mimicking the lines that I already made, and I find that this makes for easy block letters. So I had already traced the envelope, but I didn't make the last line because I wasn't sure it was going to be enough room for the logo and the toucan and just really for everything, so I had left that far line blank, and at this point I knew that it was enough room, so I went ahead and drew that last line. So here's the part where I started inking. I made this a still frame so I can show you some basic shapes, and I hope this helps you be able to break it down into shapes so that way you can draw it yourself. I find that doing the basic shapes helps me proportion and helps me figure out kind of basically what it's going to look like, and then after that you can do the specific details. For inking, I just use this black, I guess it's a pen. It's kind of like a marker and kind of like a pen. One of my pen pals sent it to me. I have also used fine tip Sharpie or just a black pen. It's really just up to you and what you want to use. You don't have to ink it, but I do find that it makes it look a bit sharper, and also it can help make it look a little bit more cartoony in my opinion. Unfortunately, I can't show every single step of the process because that would make for a very long video. This is already several hours before I edit it, but I do want to show as much as possible, so I hope that you guys aren't disappointed. I also have done a draw with me video, and I plan on doing more draw with me videos, so let me know if you guys are interested in that and I can show more of the process. I am also interested in knowing if you guys like this style, where it's like more of the realistic cereal box style, or if you prefer the more kawaii style. Personally, I like both. I enjoy making the pop-tart, but then I also enjoy making this, which looks more realistic. I'm actually going to put a poll at the top, so just go ahead and vote and just tell me which one you like the best. So after you're done designing it and coloring it, you need to cut it out and then trace it onto another piece of paper and cut out a backside. You can decorate the backside. I don't normally. I do sometimes, but if it's small, but if it's big, I probably won't do the back. It's up to you though. It's your squishy, it's your decision. Afterward, it's time to cover the entire thing in tape. I started by trying to keep both pieces of paper together and taping it, but then I found it was easier to just tape one side, flip it over, put the other paper on top, and then cover the second side in tape. Either way is good, just as long as you can keep them together, like can tell I'm kind of failing, so that's where I took out the paper. The tape is going to help keep it secure while squishing and keep your design secure. Really just keep it from ripping. Here's where I was putting that second piece of paper on, and then I just folded the edges of the tape over like that, and then I just covered the rest in tape, but I left a space at the top open to stuff it. As for tape, I like to use a thicker, kind of harder tape. I think this was just like Scotch heavy duty tape that I got at Walmart. I think any tape would really work, but I find that the harder tape kind of protects it more than the softer tape. Then I got a Ziploc bag and I marked how big the squishy is, and then I just cut it down to size, and then I just taped the edges. I didn't worry about it being perfect because you're gonna poke holes in it anyway. So after that, I used polyester stuffing. This is just toy stuffing from Walmart. I think it might be 10 Canadian dollars or something like that, and you're gonna use this to stuff it. I also heard of people using toilet paper or squishy material like foam. I've only used toy stuffing. I've even tried to do it without the Ziploc, which you can totally do, but it's just not going to be slow rising. So it's really up to you of what you want to stuff it with. I even heard people using felt or fabric. I've only tried out the toy stuffing, but if you guys want me to try something else out, then just comment below and I will totally try that out for you guys. After you're done, just close it up and poke some holes in it with a needle and then put it inside and secure it. I'm not going to show how to do this with the other squishies since they are the same exact process. Hey everyone, thanks for making it to the end of my video. So I am super excited to show this to you. I would like to show you the final product. So first of all, I have my little Pop-Tart. I just love how he came out. Like, he is kind of slow rising. There we go. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted him to look, but I really love how he turned out. And if I could do this again, I would probably put a little bit more stuffing, just make him a little bit fatter. I didn't want to make him too fat, and then I think I just underdid it. But I do love how he turned out. And then I also made my Froot Loops. So I actually put a little extra stuffing in this one because I knew how I felt about the Pop-Tart. So we have... I also tried to use less holes in the Ziploc to make it more slow rising. So depending on like how many holes is how slow rising it's going to be. You don't want to have too many holes where all the air is going to escape super fast, but you also don't want to have too few where it's going to be like too slow rising. So you can always play with that, and I really love how this turned out as well. And if you guys remember, I showed this one. So they're kind of a pair, and I actually do want to make some more of these. It's really kind of a throwback for me. Reminds me of the 90s. But yeah, so if you guys want to see a certain cereal box, you guys should comment below and let me know which one you would like to see. And the variation that I made behind the scenes was this little peach milk, and I know it's not very like conventional, I guess, but he does squish. He's just a little wrinkly when I squish him, so I don't really like to squish it too much because I like to use it as a prop in my classroom. If you guys do want to know how to make one of these, then you can comment below and I will do a tutorial. I don't actually know if peach milk is a thing, but it is a thing in like the kawaii world, and I think maybe it's a thing in China. I'm not sure. But so I will show you some of my old paper squishies. These are all the ones I have so far. I have the French toast. I have the cake narwhal. He's really wrinkly. I have my cake slice, rainbow cake slice. And then put it all in a lemon box. I have a whole series of fruits. So I have an apple, a lime. I'm not going to squish all these, but a pineapple, a peach, a raspberry, a strawberry, an eggplant. This one's my favorite. A watermelon, an orange. So many. And put all these back. So if you guys are looking at this box, this is a very similar box to my giveaway, but it is not my giveaway box. My giveaway box is right there. You just can't see it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, when we hit 100 followers, we are going to be doing a giveaway. Not my paper squishies, but I do show a whole video on what that is, and I will put it in the iCards above. So please check that out. And if you can, please share my video with your friends, family, on social media. Because like I said, when we hit 100 followers, I am super excited to be doing a giveaway for you guys. And I can't wait for that. So each of your subscriptions means so much to me. I say this every time, but seriously, like every time I get a subscription, it means a lot to me because it lets me know that you guys, care about my channel, that you guys want it to continue. And also with the YouTube algorithm, it allows other people to see my videos as well. So I thank all of you guys for your continued support, and I want to keep this channel up and going for as long as possible. And yeah, so thanks for watching my video today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And as always, if you have any comments, ideas, or suggestions, put that in the comments below. All of my social media accounts are below, so you can check that out. And if you liked my video, please like and subscribe. So thank you guys. I'm gonna see you guys next time. Bye.